see a first-time Speed Week winner. Is Trevor Gatch going to protect his home turf? Can Christian Bruno take the disappointment from last night and turn it into his third career Speed Week win? Or who else can throw their hat into the ring? It's 35 laps. Hoosier Tire, Mid-Atlantic, night number 6 of Hyper Racing 600 Speed Week, presented by Flying A Motorsports, is green. Wheel to wheel, down to turn 1, Christian Bruno from the outside. He'll have the lead by the time they come off 4. Gatch into second, Tramontana runs third, Caden Barker in the fourth spot, Dominic Schmidt around, Kyle Lick for fifth. That's Cole Kirkman on the inside of Grayson Price, battle for the 7th spot as they come off the turn. Tramontana still soldiering on the bottom, Gatch running the upper to middle groove, right in the tire tracks of Christian Bruno, who's gapped him by 3 car lengths as they come under the flag stand to complete the 3rd lap. Now Caden Barker with a run on Tramontana from the high side. That'll be the fight for the 3rd spot as here goes the Kiwi. Top to bottom, off the corner, down to the low groove. Goes Barker for 3rd. 44K is going to clear Tramontana off the turn. He's going to bring Dominic Schmidt with him as Tramontana had to bump out of his throttle pedal. Anthony falls back to the 5th spot. Cole Kirkman has got ahead of Kyle Lick. He'll try to put some pressure on the 80 car. Up next, we are clean and green. First half dozen laps in the books. And Christian Bruno's lead, 0.8 of a second on Trevor Gatch as they come down the backstretch. That is Barker, Schmidt, and Kirkman, your top 5 as Cole continues his climb in the 24G. Down to the low groove he goes on Dominic Schmidt. It's a pretty decent drive off. Still not good enough to drive alongside yet. Maybe off turn 4. As they come back to the corner, that fight for 4th is the best one, but now we've got trouble. Middle of turns 3 and 4, Matt Donnelly. Pointed the wrong direction, and the caution waves. 8. His incredible run of consistency that he has had during Speed Week to make 33 consecutive A-mains, to win 2 championships and 2 races in that span. Type of accomplishment that is very rarely and seldom seen, and who knows when the next time we'll see an A-main streak that long again will be. It got broken last night. It's been a rough week for Christian. He didn't perform very well Tuesday night in the Hyper House car. He did have a 3rd place finish at Bridgeport on Sunday, but it hasn't been the level of consistency we're used to seeing out of a driver that is known for it. Will tonight be the night that he can salvage something good out of this week, pick up a win, and carry momentum into a track he's very good at? The Clyde Martin Memorial Speedway tomorrow. He's going to take the top where he got the lead from on the initial start. He says, I'm going to try my luck up there again. We saw this yesterday with Alex Rupert and Connor Gross. Lane choice among the leader. Christian Bruno does have the option to pick. He says, I want the top side. Trevor Gatch goes to the bottom. Caden Barker, Dominic Schmidt in row 2. Keep an eye on Cole Kirkman. What a story this could be for Cole as he runs in 5th. Anthony Tramontana to his outside. Then it's Kyle Lick, Eden Price, Grayson Price, James Roselli, the top 10. Back through the Performance Electronics Power Zone. Green flag out. Bruno's going to clear. Now the fight will be for 3rd. Dominic Schmidt outside of Caden Barker as they come off the corner, and Schmidt got pinched. Down to the inside comes Gatch into turn 3, no dice. Bruno clears it off the turn. The battle for 3rd continues, still wheel to wheel. Barker and Schmidt, now they'll flip-flop out of turn 2. Schmidt gets the drive down the hill, off the corner, Dominic into 3rd. How about the restart for Aiden Price? He has found the top 5. That 49 car rocking and rolling on the bottom through 1 and 2 as he'll go to work on Barker next. Now rounds him up on the high side. That 49 car is flying off the turn. Aiden Price just going where they're at right now and making time. The North Carolina native into the top 4. Does he have anything for the top 3? Right now, nobody has anything for Christian Bruno. 0.8 of a second. The advantage has been pretty steady between he and Trevor Gatch the whole way. Dominic Schmidt about 2 car lengths behind the 16T car as they come through the turn. Price now navigates to the bottom through the corner. Cole Kirkman has gotten around Caden Barker. He holds down the 5th position. Kyle Lick, James Roselli, 7th and 8th. And the fighting is on further back as we've got a big crash front straightaway. Several cars upside down. Mason Beinhauer lands on top of Grayson Price. And the red flag is out. And be able to position. Had the new guess to complete his perfect week. Tomorrow night at the Clyde. That's most likely still in the hunt, entering tomorrow as well, depending on how Abel Engler's car off. Back to yellow. It's Christian Bruno, who is not an old guy by any stretch of the imagination, but compared to the drivers around him, he's certainly a little more experienced. There is an opportunity, if it's not Bruno, for there to be another first-time Speed Week winner. We've already had one this week with Dylan Contra. Safe to say, I think certainly at least for the 3 drivers directly behind him, this would be the biggest win of their careers if they could find a way to pull it off. Trevor Gatch, Dominic Schmidt, and Aiden Price. And I have a feeling this would mean a lot to Cole Kirkman, too. He's won a ton of races out in the Midwest and been paired up with Troy Leonard for the past little while, and they've been such a potent combo. It's a shame that Troy's car not able to be in action the rest of the week with the engine issue, but Grayson Springer sidelined for the week, aggravated a concussion on Sunday at Bridgeport, made the decision to hop out of the race car for the rest of the week, and car was open. Kirkman didn't have a ride, and the Springer family decided, let's put the puzzle together. Let's keep the Indiana flag waving at Hyper Racing 600 Speed Week. Let's put you in the car, and man, that has been a great decision based off the results of tonight for Cole Kirkman as he is in the top 5 and very much with a chance here to make something happen. Caden Barker, the New Zealander, one of 2 here this week, still holding down the 6th spot. He was fast last night. Kyle Lick just hoping to finally put a good night together. He's had plenty of speed, but no results to show for it. He's 7th. By the way, Grayson Price getting pushed off now in turn 2, so his night will come to an end as well. James Roselli, Adam Bichelle, and looks like Alex Rupert. That should be the top 10. Montana and Gross. So there's Rexroad and Donnelly, Connect and Lynch, and then Brown and McLaughlin. The car is still running. Bruno once again wants the top. How's this going to pan out as they come through the Ports Electronics power zone? Christian Bruno takes off. Gatch slides through the middle, and Bruno clears. Now the fight's going to be third on back. Caden Barker making a hole in the bottom. Oh, Cole Kirkman ramped up over him. And look out. Thankfully, that car settles down. To an end outside. 600A main, so somebody's going to walk out. A little extra cash thanks to them, and a big thank you to them for providing that catering at the Hyper Racing facility nearby earlier today. It's been a long week for these teams and drivers and everyone involved with Hyper Racing as well. They've been busy. Big thank you to 2BQ for giving back in more ways than one. James Hendrick's car is on Barker, the new top 5. Here they come. Bruno this time in full control of where he wants to go, and it's still the same line, that upper groove. Bruno has made his money up there. Leads Trevor Gatch around the turn. Dominic Schmidt running in position number 3. Aiden Price peeking to the bottom shelf. One more time trying to elevate himself onto the podium. Side by side, a little further back, Alex Rupert, Adam Buchel. That's a battle for 8th. Rupert has that spot pretty well covered for now. Here's Roselli, a dive to the inside on Kyle Lick. Lick shoved up into loose stuff. He'll lose another spot to Rupert as Roselli was coming through. Michelle and Hutchison there at the back of the top 10. Now Rupert will take the spot away from Roselli. Alex continuing his charge. Now crisscross lines down the front straightaway. James Roselli around the inside groove, reclaims position number 6. Rupert sends it in one more time, slides across the nose of Roselli. James yanks it back down the banking and holds on. That wild battle. 6 on back. Right now it's the best racing on the racetrack. Top 5 cars are all still pulled away. Bruno, Gatch, Schmidt, then Price and Barker. 20 down, 15 to go. Rupert, another bomb, down into turn 3, slides across the banking, all the way up to the cushion. Rinse, repeat, down to turn 1, not taking no for an answer. And Roselli not backing down. Rupert trying to stick it on the high side and runs out of racetrack that time. Kyle Rick back to the bottom now, fight for 7th. Hutchison past Bushell up to 9th. This is good racing around the McGrew Bid Motorplex. Way upstairs, Rupert again, he's going to lose another spot. Connor Gross crawling closer to him as Rupert trying to make some headway now. Back to the bottom, inside on Hutchison. That'll be for the 8th spot. Laps ticking off at the front. Christian Bruno has led the first 25. 10 to go. Trevor Gatch just doesn't seem to have anything for him right now. It's 0.8 of a second the difference. His only hope might be lap traffic. And if we stay green, Bruno will get there. Single file pretty much the whole way around the McGrew Bid Motorplex. It is a conveyor belt of cars. The intensity builds. Christian Bruno, it's not heavily stacked lap traffic. In fact, it's a fast field. He may only get to Preston Brown, maybe Shelby McLaughlin. It may not matter. But for right now, as the laps tick off, the cars out in front of him get bigger and bigger. Bruno has a good lead to play with, though. About a second, coming to 6 to go. Gatch, Schmidt, and Price. All three of those drivers going for their first Speed Week podiums. Bruno to the outside of lap car. Preston Brown, he sees the open. Paul Mike Fry. 5 to go to match the car number for Christian Bruno. It's a good 6-car tussle for spots at the back of the lead lap. About half a straightaway in front of Bruno. That is not what Christian wants to see. But again, it's all pretty fast. I just don't know if it's going to make much of a difference unless they really get checked up. Coming down through 1 and 2. Battle's now on for the 2nd spot. Here comes Dominic Schmidt inside Trevor Gatch. Gatch, Schmidt, and Price going to chop it up for the final 2 spots on the podium. Caution is out. Spinner turn 2, Matt Donnelly brings out the caution with 2 laps to go. Looked like we were maybe going to see a long green flag run to finish this. Not anymore. We are going to have a green-white checkered Friday night shootout to settle night number 6 of Hyper Racing 600 Speed Week. All right, Trevor Gatch, Dominic Schmidt, Aiden Price, Caden Barker. You're all staring at opportunity to get your first Speed Week win. You've got a 2-time champion ahead of you, though. Christian Bruno. Driving probably as motivated as ever. The Deptford, New Jersey driver looking for his 3rd career Speed Week win. Lights are out. Race fans, pick your winner. Does Christian Bruno hold on to lead all 35 laps, or do we have a first-time Speed Week winner in store? It's all the race for. 2 more circuits of the McGrew Bid Motorplex coming at you. Good restart from Bruno. Is Gatch close enough? No, Bruno protects down into turn 1. Gatch won't be able to do anything with him down to 3 and 4, and they'll see the white flag. White flag is out. Final time around for Christian Bruno. Hoosier Tire Mid-Atlantic, night number 6 of Hyper Racing 600 Speed Week. It's going to be McGrew Bid Motorplex Mastery for Christian Bruno as he wins. Trevor Gatch comes home in second. Dominic Schmidt with third. Aiden Price and Caden Barker the top five. But for the third time in his career, Christian Bruno, a Speed Week winner.
And Andrew Ferriola coming home with third. Speed Week champion. And now for the third time a Speed Week winner, it's Christian Bruno at the McGrew Bid Motoplex. Hoosier Tire Mid-Atlantic, night number 6 goes to him. That's right, get the dogs barking. Well, the disappointment of really the last 2 races probably for Christian. But this is really, as you get the Hoosier Tire hat and neckband from Mel, Christian, this is really the type of track it seems like you guys excel on. This combination that you have with Kenny and Chris, whether it's Shellhammers, whether it's Airport, whether it's now here, these flatter, tighter bull rings, it seems like you guys have these just about mastered, and you showed that tonight.
Yeah, my whole life I kind of like the smaller tracks, and yeah, ever since we started with Chris and Kenny, man, this car's been so fast on the smaller type bull rings, and I didn't expect the top to be that good, in the first lap like that, and I was able to kind of get around them and then just kind of ride it for 35 laps. That's a long time out front here, and a lot can go through your mind, and the yellows came out in good spots. I didn't have to get through much lap traffic there, and finally it feels good to have a nice smooth night. We had a couple nights, ran third at Bridgeport, but to get the win here means a lot, and yeah, these guys wrench all week, put a ton of money, time, and effort in, and to get the win, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, a couple young, hungry, fast guys behind you, Trevor and Dominic, and Aiden was coming up there as well. Seemed like you were pretty much in control the whole way, but on those restarts, taking the top was one thing. We don't see that a lot, but you felt really comfortable up there, and it seemed like you were in good position to hold them off the whole way.
Yeah, after I circled them on the initial start, I knew I couldn't give them the chance to kind of do the same back to me. So, yeah, I was choosing the top. It was the first time I kind of held my breath on the start, make sure you hit your shifts and everything. But, yeah, out front, it's tough. I think it took rubber down here or something. I kind of moved down, try to search and kind of gauge off the lap cars, but yeah, this car was a rocket ship. It was a dream to drive, and we'll be back tomorrow.
It's hard to win one of these things. You've now won 3, Christian. How cool of an accomplishment is that for you?
It's pretty cool, but everyone talks about my 30-something straight, and then you look at the wins, and it's only 2, so that's kind of embarrassing. But no, it's a tough week, tough. Everyone's so fast. Year after year, and you kind of have to elevate your performance, and it's tough to have a good run in qualifying, good run in the heat. So that's what it's all about, and to put yourself up front, and you can just hope for the best.
Well, we're starting a new streak tonight, okay? And you put it in victory lane to boot. Christian, congratulations. Tell me who you want to thank.
Kenny Groff, Chris Schneider, Hyper Racing, Evo. This car ran great. Everyone on this car.
All right, we'll see you at Lanco for another shot at 10,000 tomorrow. Christian Bruno, congratulations. Winner tonight of Hoosier Tire Mid-Atlantic, night number 6 of Hyper Racing 600 Speed Week. We'll try to get Trevor and Dominic down here as well. You guys can come on over, and then we'll talk to the junior sprint drivers as well.